Hi, I'm Josh Yunt, and I'm going to talk about my thematic unit plan of the Alamo. In the Alamo unit plan, some of my overall goals is for students to have a better understanding and a greater appreciation for the role that the Alamo played in the fight for Texas's independence. Also, I want students to have a greater appreciation for General Sam Houston as a leader in the Texas Revolution and his role in the Alamo. My thematic unit can be broken down into 4 subject areas. It is broken down into language arts. In the language arts category, the students will be able to write a journal as if they were a participant in the Alamo, and the journal will be of like 13 days, and in the journal they would use historical accuracies based on part of learning, of the times and what the soldiers would actually went through, what they're looking at when the Mexican army is approaching, things of that nature. Also, books like Inside the Alamo by Jim Murphy are wonderful books for them to read and to analyze and maybe do sequence charts on them. Another subject area would be math, and in math would be a thing that they could do in math is risk calculations. If you were a risk calculation in today's, like in today's army, they would have risk calculations. To see if they would do battle or not. And then you could do the same thing with the Alamo, is by a number of Mexican soldiers and a number of participants at the Alamo, would you actually want to fight in the Alamo? And that would be a good way to integrate math into a thematic unit. History, of course, you would want to analyze the effects that the Alamo had on the Texas Revolution as a whole. Did it actually cost the Mexican army the war or the revolution, or did it cost? In other words, was the battle even worth fighting? Is something that we could look there at. The 4th category, of course, would be music, and a great way is to always make a creative song or perform a rap song or some that nature on a historical figure of the Alamo, such as like Davy Crockett or Jim Bowie or William Barrett Travis. One of the main lesson plans for this thematic unit is titled Remember the Alamo, and in this lesson plan I'm bringing William Barrett Travis's letters to Sam Houston as they correspond back and forth to show the students to actually bring to life what was going on during that time, what the soldiers were feeling, and what course of actions General Sam Houston was going to take in the whole project. And by analyzing those letters and viewing maps and diagrams of the actual Alamo, the students will get a greater appreciation of what the soldiers went through and what they were experiencing during battle. And they will also understand why Sam Houston didn't send help or aid to the Alamo. It would be kind of like throwing just soldiers out there to die, because they were never going to win that battle. One of the main things that I would like to get across in this thematic unit is that history over the years have kind of memorialized the Alamo, that every soldier there was sent to die, and they knew they were going to die. And that's not the case at all, but in fact that they didn't even really realize that there was going to be a battle at the Alamo. They thought they had Santa Anna running, and they didn't realize there were going to be a battle. But in general, once they got to fighting, then they kind of knew they were in for it. But I just want to, at the end of the unit, I would like for the students to be able to know fact from what fiction, what actually happened. You know, not like the movies do it, or like John Wayne does it. I want them to actually be able to take events from a movie and determine whether that was really historically accurate or was it fiction. I think this thematic unit is a great way to get integrate other subject areas. Language arts is always a part of the Alamo, between books and writing. Math is a unique topic for this, but if you do the ratios and calculations, you would be amazed at what kind of odds they were up against. And at the end, it's just intriguing all this together and getting them a greater appreciation of the soldiers for the Alamo. Thank you.